Hey, welcome back. Let's talk about linking to other websites from your website. So, Google's goal is to provide high value sources, high value websites, or websites that add value on page one. Google is not really interested in how much money you make by offering your services, selling your services by being on page one. What Google wants to show on page one is sites that provide high user experience, that add value. And in order to add value, you must have pages, you must have blog posts dedicated to answering questions or objections that your visitors have, especially in your industry. Now, there's no website that can provide all the resources, all the information, okay? And we all know that. So in that case, the best thing to do is when you create pages on your website for SEO purposes, you also link some of those pages to other websites and to other credible websites. Not just any website, but the sites that you feel have an authority. Because you definitely don't want to be linking to a website that is spammy, right? You want to make sure you link to other high authority websites. For example, if you're writing about your disinfectant services, let's say you provide disinfectant services, and in that page you mention we follow CDC guidelines, then you can use the word CDC guidelines, the phrase CDC guidelines, to the CDC website. Or if you provide any other services, let's say like mold removal, basement waterproofing, and you go to people's houses, then you can say we follow CDC guidelines and we make sure we are 6 feet apart, we wear masks, we wear gloves, and so forth. But then the phrase CDC guidelines, you can link to CDC website. Same thing if you have a blog post that says mold can lead to asthma or certain other diseases, then you must have had that information from a credible resource, a credible website. So then make sure you link a part of that sentence to that particular website so people know that you're not just making this up. It was actually on CNN or Fox or anywhere else that you find that particular information. It could be a news site, it could be a government site, it could be some other website out there. But make sure you link your post to your source. If you are sharing a fact, if you're sharing numbers, if you're sharing a figure, then it must link to, or it's a good strategy to link it to the page you got the information from, okay? You'll notice that experts often link to other websites. And the reason for that is they are being upfront. They're telling you that, look, we don't know everything. No one knows everything. Hence, this piece of information came from this person or this website. And when you share the resource of your information, then it makes you look more credible. People trust you more. Your website's visitors will trust you more because they'll know you're not just making things up. You actually add sources next to your information that you're sharing with them. So don't feel if you're going to link to other websites, you'll start losing a lot of traffic and people will go away and then they'll go to another website or maybe one of your competitors. That's not true. Sites that link to other authority sites rank better and also convert better. Now let's say you have a local magazine in your area that had feature or an article related to how many people right now are in hospitals due to COVID-19, and you provide disinfectant services. So maybe you can add a blog post on your website and call it 3 best ways to disinfect hospitals, or 3 best ways to get rid of viruses and bacteria in hospitals. And now when you write that blog post, you can then link that page according to X, and that X can be your local magazine. According to X, we are at an all-time high with patients in hospitals for coronavirus, but here are 3 ways hospitals can disinfect their rooms. And then link that post to that particular magazine's post, to their news, to their article. And maybe even send an email to the writer of that particular news or article that, we wrote this on our website and we have linked it to your magazine, your post. Now, when you do that with smaller companies locally, or with other bloggers locally, or with other social media celebrities, then they take notice of that. And who knows, they may link back to your website in the future. The same guy might say, the local hospitals are full with patients of coronavirus, and click here to find 3 ways you can disinfect your house, you can disinfect your rooms, and so on. And they link back to your website, right? So that was just an example, but you get the idea. If you link to other websites, especially your local magazines or bloggers, and if you can reach out to them and let them know that, they might link back to you in the future. So that can lead to somewhat like a partnership thing. Hey, we'll link to your site, you link to ours, and it's going to benefit both of you, them and you at the same time. So think about ways how you can link to other articles, other websites, other pages, other blog posts that add further value to what you have written on your website. How you can provide more resources for the traffic that comes to your site, how you can provide more resources to your potential customers, your prospects, because they will appreciate you for that. And that's all you want at the end of the day. Besides getting higher rankings in Google, of course, you also want to be more credible. You want to come as an authority to your prospects, so you can increase the conversion rates, the closing rates from your website, and get more business that way. So find ways how you can do this, and I will see you in the next video.